Welcome back to Technomatic Labs Playwright tutorial. In this video, we are going to explore a very powerful feature called Playwright Inspector. If CodeGen was about recording, Inspector is all about debugging and understanding how your tests are running in real time. Inspector is like an X-ray for your test. It allows you to pause execution, look at what's happening in the browser, and even step through actions one by one. Instead of guessing why a test failed, and you can see exactly what went wrong. Alright, let's see the Playwright Inspector in action with the simple test script. Here, I'm navigating to the source demo website. First, the script clicks inside the username field and enters the text standard underscore user. Then, it moves to the password field and fills it with the secret underscore source, and finally clicks on the login button. Here, the script will be completed. In order to debug it, we have to enter command npx playwright test hyphen debug. What will happen after entering this command? The browser will be launched, the page will be launched, and the playwright inspector window will also be launched. Okay, let's see that. Test is running. Okay, playwright inspector screen we can see. Browser is launched. Let's bring playwright inspector window. Here we can see this the code that we have written for this test. Okay, so first step is perform, like browser has launched with the page. Now once we click on step over button, which is highlighted here, the control will move to the next step, which is page.go to sourcedemo.com. Now here if you can see, the locator is visible. The locator is the same one that we have passed in the code, so we can validate it. At the same time, in the bottom screen, you can see the logs are generated. Here if you can see the click page dot locator, and the actions is also we can see, like what is happening. Locator resolved to input value this value, and attempting click action, waiting for element to be visible, enabled and stable. Element is visible, enabled and stable. Scrolling into view if needed, done scrolling. So this is the action which has performed till this step. Okay, let's click on the step over button. Now what is happening? The username will be filled with the standard underscore user value. Then control move to the password field, and we can see the locator for the password. Now password is also filled with this value secret underscore source, and control will move to the login button. Here we can see, and the locator is also visible here. We can validate that the locator that we have passed for the login button is same as what we have passed in the code, which is same we can see. And now the action is the click. So once we click on this step over button, login action will be performed successfully. So here you can see the close context. That means the test execution is completed, and once we click on the step over button, test will be passed. So this way we can validate or we can debug if any of the locator of, or if any of the thing is going wrong. Then we can check here, we can click on the step over button and check step by step what exactly issue where exactly the code is, where exactly the code is failing, that we can see, and we can rectify, debug it, and we can complete the execution. So this is all about Playwright Inspector. When a test fails, we usually go back to logs or rerun blindly. Inspector removes the guesswork. You can pause, check elements visually, and confirm if your locator is correct. This is a huge time saver, especially in large projects. To use Inspector, simply add --debug to your Playwright test command. This opens a browser along with the Inspector window. You can then step through each action, pause, resume, or retry specific steps. Exactly what we have seen while coding and debugging and using the Playwright Inspector window. We have clicked through each and every step and checked the locator, and locator is there on the screen versus the locator that we have passed in the code is same or not. There we can verify or validate everything is correct. We have run a test with npx playwright test --debug. You have seen the inspector window open. From there, we have paused the test at each step and verified locators directly, and then continued execution. This makes debugging a breeze. One of my favorite things about Inspector is how interactive it is. You can hover over elements to validate locators, step into or actions like in VS Code debugging, and even generate new locators if required. Inspector is purely debugging locally. It's not meant for CI/CD runs because it pauses execution. When you are developing or fixing tests, it's your best friend. So to quickly wrap up, in the last video you saw how CodeGen can save time by generating test scripts automatically. And in this video, how the inspector helps you debug and fix failing tests with ease. These two features together make your playwright journey a lot smoother, especially when you are just starting out. And this is just beginning. In the next video, we will step into something even more exciting, that is parallel execution, which will show you how Playwright really stands out from the rest. So stay tuned, keep experimenting with what you have learned today, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.